What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, guys? Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome back to the King Can't Wait TV. It's your boy, the king, the queen, the prince, the princess, the viscount, the viscountess, the duke, and the duchess, Big Daddy Kane, and I am here today, this beautiful Sunday morning, to give you guys my review, my take, my opinion over Chasing Dallas season 4, episodes 4 and 5. Okay, it's a lot to get into, a lot to talk about. Please, guys, make sure that you are liking the video, sharing the video, leaving a comment, subscribing to the channel. Become one, okay, with the platform. Now, anybody got to keep telling y'all that, nah. Okay, become one with the platform. And I'm loving the transition that the channel is taking. You guys love when I talk about chasing reality, web reality world type stuff. So I get it, I see it. Cheers, bitch. You better watch those bitch words, for you end up over there in the pool. Cheers. Woo! Baddie, baddie, shot o'clock. Baddie, baddie, shot o'clock. Lord have mercy. I'm hoping that everyone is having a great, great day. I know I am. I look damn good, smelling good. I'm going to get out in these ATL streets as soon as I get done with this review. So without further ado, guys, let's hop right into it. Okay, again, this is my review over Chasing Dallas season 4, episodes 4 and 5. Starting with episode 4, I'll let you guys know the minute and second mark when we are transition to episode 5, okay? Episode 4 opens up. It's the aftermath of the Royal Tumble. Sean arrives in brown, just like Lundy. Astro screaming. It was a setup. It was a setup. It was a setup. It definitely did give setup. No plus ones were invited. Then DeAndre comes with 2 plus ones. And not only that, but DeAndre ran up on Queasy and, was getting dog walked. And, the friend with the bubble butt and the purple shorts jumped in. So it definitely gave setup. It definitely gave, it didn't give what it's supposed to have gave. Lundy hooping and hollering to the wrong people. Like, you screaming at Astro, Lundy, but why you ain't going off on Dre? Why you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Why you not reading and roasting the friend that jumped in? Like, didn't you see Dre ran up on Queasy, Trey Howard, he goes to talk to Dior. Dior feels that this is a setup. Now, Dior, this is a setup, okay? The fight that happened on season 2, right, wasn't a setup, okay? Let's compare and contrast, okay? This was a setup, okay? Season 4. Episode 3. That was a setup, not season 2's fight, okay? This is what a real setup is, okay? It's all too much. It's all too much. Dior feels that DeAndre, used Howard to get all the girls together because don't nobody really see it for Dre. So he used Howard to have an event to get all the girls together so he could do what it is that he did. Queasy talking to his people about the fight. Queasy has a big chest. The friends are TTG. The friends are trying to go. The friends are ready. He's talking to the friend with the dreadlocks. He's talking to the other friend. The girls are ready to get active. And they're like, where are these girls at? Call them. Queasy said he want to jump too. I like when Queasy said that he's not a fighter and he doesn't really like to fight. He doesn't really like to give the girls that energy because he is a homebody and he does have anxiety and, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So, again, I have to be Team Queasy with this fight. Y'all gonna learn to stop running up on folks. Y'all gonna learn to leave folk alone. Leave folks alone. Let folks be. DeAndre and Lundy talk. Robert arrives in nude with his bestie with the big chest and the big arms. His name is Tony. Word on the curb, Tony, and what we find out later is that Tony and Queasy used to date. So, Queasy, this is your type of guy. You don't want the film girls that throw themselves at you because you look trade. You want Gotcha. Teddy pretty much is filling Robert in on the fight and the melee and what happened, and Robert is just gagging like, "Child, what is going on?" Sean, when you were leaving, you took your basket back with you? How tacky. When you go to an event, whether it was a show or not, you bring something, leave it there. That's like taking a bottle to a turn up, and then when you're leaving, oh, let me get my bottle. No, Shanisha. Why would you take that? That was so stupid. Um, Trey, the next scene, Trey is working. He's filming Styles by Howard promo shoot. Kiki, Sean, and Robert arrive. Um, Robert, Robert's confessional, he says something like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there for Trey. I want to go support Trey, even if his daddy ain't." Now, we're talking about the biological daddy, or we're talking about his gay father. And why did Robert look spaced out after he said that? It was like he looked like, damn, that was shady, or like, I don't know. Robert just looked kind of weird after he said that in the confessional. I don't know if it was that part that looked 2 seconds should have been cut out, but it definitely gave spaced out, wide eyed. Oops, tease. So yeah, what was that about? They talk about the mess in the fight. Robert is catching the tea. Dior allegedly started it, talking about Fangate, right? We sat around and digressed and talked about Fangate back to back to back to back to back, right? Back to back to back to back to back to back to back. That seemed to have been the cause of DeAndre's feelings being hurt or being annoyed or feeling like Queasy was doing too much or whatever the case may be, right? That was the start of it. And it definitely seems like Robert not really here for Dior. He's very like mean and nasty anytime Dior's name is mentioned or brought up. Um, they discuss how Dior was supposed to wear red. I mean, he was supposed to wear blue, but we all know that Dior's color is red. So shady, shady, shady. Allegedly, Tony wants to fight Dior because Tony, Big Arms, bestie, brother, used to date Queasy. Now, Robert opened up about why he's annoyed because Robert feels as if Dior, you're my brother / friend, right? You know that Tony is my best friend. You know that this was Tony's little low. For the ignorant people who don't understand why Robert's upset, you are my brother, right? And you saw my homeboy kicking it with Shawty, right? You don't did the daughter hair. You don't seen Queasy get picked up. You don't seen Tony drop him off. You don't been around. Okay, let's be clear. Dior's an older girl. She's not an idiot. You see that, right? So Robert is like, why are you even putting me in an awkward situation if they got back to Tony that y'all messed up? Now, I feel you on that. But when I first got this tea, Robert, I thought that Dior was dating one of your Robert's exes, not the brother. I do feel like in the same breath, you can't trust these girls as far as you can throw them. We all know that. But at the end of the day, what loyalty does Dior owe Tony? You know, hey, I speak to you, I see you. Yeah, I know you're cool with him, but I ain't studying you. You know, that could be Dior's thought process, right? So at the end of the day, you know, who really cares? But according to Robert, it's all about the mutual respect. Okay, the bare minimum, the man to man, the common sense of it all. You know, so I get it. Trey's trying to defend Dior. Robert is pretty much reading Dior. Sean speaks up about DeAndre, you know, about how he's tacky, he's tired, he's through. You came out of character at the event that you were hosting, and it just wasn't giving. Moving on, Kiki. Kiki is in Atlanta meeting with some of her Morehouse friends. Apparently, these are Kiki's children, so Kiki does have a house of her own, I'm assuming. So she's meeting with her children. I think Carlito work at Fibs. The one that had the hat on, not the one with the braids or the dreads, but the other one. And if that's who I think it is, Yeah, he got a real cute shade. If that's who I think it is, I'm not too sure. You know, a lot of these girls look alike. But if Carlito is the one that works at Phipps Plaza, yeah, Carlito, I'm on it. Um, Kiki and her friends, they sit down. They're actually on the Morehouse campus, you know, where, you know, Kiki became her. She talks about her transition and how, you know, she was loud and boisterous and wore the wigs and wore the makeup and wore the nails, and she just wasn't what a Morehouse man, in Kiki's voice, Morehouse man. She wasn't the typical Morehouse man. Apparently, the girls, you know, noticed that she was transitioning prior to her transitioning. You know, and I feel like if I saw Kiki back then, I mean, a blind man could tell, you know, when somebody's getting ready to transition. Speaking of transitioning, why don't you girls just transition? Not you, Kiki, but you girls going around here doing all the other extra, but you're not fully transitioning. If you want to transition, go ahead and transition. Shut up and transition. Anywho, so they just talk about how they was those girls on campus and this, that, and the third, the ups and downs of going to Morehouse and how she's chasing legendary status, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Again, just like when Big Legged Georgina was with her friends and the scene just came off very natural, I have to give it to Kiki and her two kids. This scene was very natural. It was very loving. It was very, hey, we just shooting the breeze. We just kicking shit. And that is what a scene is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be staged or, you know, creating storylines like DeAndre was trying to do allegedly. We'll get on that later on. Jack Camel Toe Jeff is meeting with his mom and his brother for the first time. This is the first time meeting the brother. Jack Camel Toe Jeff didn't really go into detail about where the brother been, why wasn't he and the brother, you know, raised together. But I'm loving these family scenes. First we had Astro with his cute ass brother and his mama with the glizzy. You know, they was chilling and conversating. Now we got Uno, Dos, Tres, Cuatro, Cinco, Seis, you know, meeting with his tu madre and his tu red. And, you know, now I'm going to start speaking in Espanol, Paquito. Me habla no inglés. Uh, 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 you know, what I do love. I want to know, Markel, who did the translations? Because I know y'all was sitting there like, huh? What was they talking about? Who did the translations and how did they get them so on point? Did y'all have Jet Camel Toe Jeff down to the editing room? Because it was so precise and I was here for it. So basically, Jet opens up about his dad. The dad is tied through, disrespectful, used to beat on the mama, just domestic issues, which in turn, Jet Camel Toe Jeff was in a relationship where he was being physically abused. Not here for that. Now, understand when you want to be the submissive one out of the two men relationship. I get it. At the end of the day, and this is not only for Miss Camel Toe, this is for all the girls. You can't just be on some, like, y'all both men. I'd be damned if I let my nigga come over here and just knock me upside the head and I don't defend myself. What? I'm a man too, just like you a man. Child. Jet opens up that he only wants positive energy around his house. And it was deep. Jeff said he thought that was love based on how he grew up. It's not love. And that's the thing about growing up and coming into yourself. We have to learn how to, those things our parents showed us, we have to learn to break that down and build ourselves back up from that toxicity of our childhood. And it is what it is. The mama got lit on Mother's Day, child. She was down to the gay function, turning up and partying with the girls. And that's just what that was. Period. Next, we see Astro is having a B-Day function down to the apartment, child. He's invited some of the girls. Hashtag Astroverse. Robert, Trey, and Kiki, they there. Not Robert said, he see Trey fake ass. So is Robert not here for Trey, Howard, and Dior? Is there drama in the family? They play a game, a shot glass game. Apparently, little baby Astro only had 2 to 3 business days. He only had 2 to 3 shot glasses. Astro, I don't know if you know or not, but you go to the Dollar Tree, they have the pack of the red ones for $1.25. It comes with at least 6 or 7. So you could have had more shot glasses. The girls are gagging. Oh, no, a shot glass. Oh, we gotta share. Child. Take your shot, rinse that cup out, and pass it to the next whoremonger, and keep it pushing. This was a very raw and real scene, Astro. You just at your apartment kicking it with the fellas for your birthday. I like that Astro don't try to do too much. He don't try to put on, he don't try to, come in like he on some, weird shit. I feel like he just really like be on his shit, like on me. So I'm here for it. Here for it. Here for it. Here for it. Apparently Trey is singing a different song because they start to talk about, the beef and the Dior and the fight and the melee. And Robert on some, first of all, Robert, your energy this scene was a bit annoying only because you were just being so mean and nasty. Like Queasy owed you something. And Queasy doesn't owe you anything, just like he doesn't owe Tony anything. Queasy was giving me very much, this my pussy, I do what I want. And I feel like Queasy got mute and he was quiet because he's not going to go back and forth and argue about his pussy. And I feel Queasy on that. Now it's coming out that Queasy and Dior aren't together, but just 2 or 3 episodes ago, Trey was running around telling everybody they were kissing. So I feel where Robert is coming from. Well, y'all let this narrative play out like that's what it was, but in the same breath, Robert, whether they let the narrative play out, right? Or whether they did, it is what it is. And I feel like Robert should have this energy if it was your ex. Do Tony care? I need Tony's Instagram. I want to bring Tony on for a Caniac conversation because I want to get into some tea. There's some tea there. There is some tea there. Somebody send me Tony's IG. I would love to talk to her and just understand, her disgruntledness, if you will, based on this situation. So yeah, the whole Queasy and Dior thing, I could care less. I mean, y'all probably do still fuck around, but for the sake of the show, and Dior don't want those problems with Robert, let's be clear. They're gonna say they're not together. They're gonna, do this and do that, right? Sean asked the question, what does Dior owe your bestie? I was thinking the same thing. Thank you, Sean. Again, Robert calling him Bernie Mac, and which was a key. Robert is shady boots, and Robert is speaking up this season. So I'm really here for thugged out, West Side, Robert this season. Really, 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 really here for it. They discussed the fight and just how it gave setup. Dior and Queasy, they arrived together. They tried to walk in at separate times, but we all know y'all rode together. Ciao. Apparently, Dior starts talking. He said that Marzelle called and told Dior the tea. And he basically was like, don't touch Dior, don't fight Dior, but do what y'all want to do. So Dior knew. So in Dior's mind now, he's like, it was totally a setup because Marzelle called and gave the tea. We all know Marzelle is the one with the dreads who used to date Dior back in the day. There's a lot going on. The girls are girling. Shout out to Reese G, honey. Queasy told the girls that they took it and ran with it. The fact that, the people were saying that he and Dior were an item. Who cares? I like when Kiki finally spoke up in a scene. When there's a group scene and gave an opinion. Thank you, Kiki. Kiki said that it did give that y'all go together. It gave that. And I feel like if you was just his manager, that's all you had to say. Why did y'all let this narrative continue to play out? I mean, down to the September to Remember event? Yeah, at the September to Remember event, it gave relationship. Then you got Trey Howard running around telling anybody who will listen that y'all kissed. Robert, you're so turned. Relax. relax, okay? It's not your ex. It's not your boyfriend. It's not your, you know what I'm saying? You acting like Trey Howard boyfriend when he came in. Who touched you? Who touched you? You feel me? Like, relax, okay? Um, Again, somebody said that Robert is too invested. I agree. Um, Robert is going off on Trey, basically saying, that ain't what you told me at the photo shoot. At the photo shoot, you said A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now you saying K, L, M, N, O, P. It ain't making sense. And I feel Robert on that. And I feel like Trey was saying what it was, but he was saying it in a different way. And Robert wanted Trey to spit it out the way he spit it out when they was down to the photo shoot, honey. Pure. Dior, I love this confessional look in the brown. Really, 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 really nice. Lundy arrives. Quincy done tuned everybody out. Quincy said, this is my pussy, I do what I want, and that's just pure. It's competition night at down to the gay club, the gay strip. Jeff is there. Apparently, the winner of this competition will be featured in a Jet Camel Toe Jeff music video, honey. Winter must be a friend of the show. I like Winter, but I want to dive more into what's going on with Winter's mom. I want to know. I like Winter. You know, I don't know if Winter's trends or if she's just androgynous, whatever the case may be. But I like Winter. There's something very authentic about Winter. The look was off at the competition, you know, but I get where you were going with as far as being like area, space type tees. Could have been better. Okay, Winter. But I fucks with you, Winter. There's something very natural and normal about Winter. But I'm interested to know what's going on with the mom. How is Winter handling that? All of that type of stuff, honey. If she is a friend of the show, I would hope so because I am definitely loving the pop-ins from her. Yeah, that's that. It is what it is. Um, I like how Trey was there at the competition. I like how Trey is showing up and supporting the new girls. You know, that's something I tried to do until they all tried to come for me and I had to get in that ass. I like that. I like that Howard is being open to the new girls, and that's what it's all about. You know, we don't own these damn platforms. You know, welcome the girls in, and I really, 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 really love that. Next, we are at Lon D's event, Certified Lover Boys, CLB, Pura. Sean walks in this black two-piece, laughing my ass off. Kiki, Trey, and Winter. Hey, Winter. I like Winter. I love me some Winter. I fucks for Winter. They're there. Teddy Lee and Malcolm with the beard arrive. Cynthia Bailey and Peter. Lon D, you know, he's there. And so we get into some tea. The girls are sitting down, and you know, Sean has a bone, you know, and Sean wants to, you know, expose the bone. So he asked Teddy Lee, like, was you plotting a storyline with Dre? Was there apparently supposed to be a beef between you guys that was pre-planned, and you know, a drink, you know, being thrown, and you know, all of that? And you know, Teddy Lee is like, no, but you know, a drink was allegedly supposed to, you know, had been thrown, but you know, I don't create, you know, storylines. I live a lavish lifestyle, you know, me, my brows in tow, my man and my coins, you know, my luxury vehicle, you know, real coin. You know what? There's only a certain amount of chasing reality girls, period, throughout the history of chasing reality that to me give real coin. And to be honest, it's really only the Dallas girls that give me that. And it's only two. That's Big Booty Wooda Lee with his fat boot ass and Teddy Lee. They don't do too much. They move a certain type of way. And it just, to me, oh, and Markel got a coin too. They say Markel working finances, child. Alicia. But Teddy Lee and Wooda is just I have a coin. I can't get dirty with you girls type of mentality, and I'm here for that. I don't get that energy in LA. Obviously, we know Atlanta is big cap, right? So shout out to my Dallas Squirrels with the coin. Shout out to Big Booty Wooda and Teddy Lee, honey. The girls with the coin, honey. Anywho, at the 56 minute and 44 second mark, come through Teddy with the flat top hat in the confessional. I said, yes, Teddy Lee, giving me pawpaw, honey. I gagged, honey. Oh, I talked about how I even put that in my notes about Howard, how much I've noticed that he's welcoming the new girls. I put things in my notes that stand out. So Howard, that's a nice thing, and I think you should continue to do that. DeAndre arrives with a 4-pack of Coors Light. Ah! Lundy and Trey, they talk to DeAndre about this is not that. You need to move with some decorum. Come here with love and light. Don't come here on that book because then it's going to be a problem. Apparently, it is DeAndre's birthday. Happy birthday, bitch. Lundisha sung a song. Now, DeAndre, I'm starting to like you now. You took ownership. You owned that you were being stupid and annoying and country boots. And I'm here for that. Own your shit. I love a girl who can own her shit. Own your shit, niece. Own it. And you did. Dre said that he got his eye on Trey Howard. He felt like Lundy was really trying to, coach him and help him and be there, but he felt like Howard was just being messy boots. At the end of the day, I think Trey probably could care less. I think the only thing that Trey had a problem with was this was an event that you and I had together. So how many you're gonna have an event and you're the one here cutting up and being ignorant? You know what I'm saying? Astro and Robert arrive as well as Dior. DeAndre speaks to Dior. It's making sense now on why DeAndre was so unhinged. Sometimes we can overthink ourselves into a stupor. And I feel like that's what DeAndre did. I told y'all in that review, DeAndre just seemed completely unhinged. He seemed like he was all over the place, couldn't understand. The receipts showed, everything that he was doing that just showed how ignorant he was acting. So yeah, stop overthinking, DeAndre. It ain't that deep. He and Dior move forward. Then we got Teddy Lee. He speaks to Dre. Basically, like at Robert event, you rub people the wrong way. Like you came at me telling me I only got one shot, and I met you at a party allegedly, baby. I don't know you, Slug. I didn't know you, Slug. So you just have to be cognizant in Big Leg and Georgina's voice. You have to be cognizant of the things that you say and the things that you do because you rub people the wrong way for no reason. Like that wasn't even no tea. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna rub a bitch the wrong way, rub her the wrong way with some tea that's gonna gag the girls. Pira. And did I miss something? Why Robert keeps saying, "Don't put me in that. I ain't gonna do it." Robert just seems like he's so annoyed at each and every scene. I just feel like stop coming around if you're that annoyed and can't have a good time and can't Robert was just so don't put me in that. No, what? Huh? Don't put me in that. I don't. I'm like, what? Who put Robert in some? Did I miss something? What is going on? Astro speaks. He just feels like DeAndre is weird and he don't really see it for him. It was a setup. Sean finally chimes in. Basically, he lets old boy know. He lets DeAndre know, like you fake pumping, like you fake punking, like you ain't really like that. You trying to set up scenes. You're doing this. You come to an event. You get out of your body. It's tacky. It's tired. It's through. We're not here for it. I have a business. No, I have a real business. Okay, and Sean's boys, they arguing about who got the most degrees. Apparently, DeAndre is from Gwinnett County. It's all Atlanta. Who cares, Sean? Who cares about the counties? Now, I do know that Sean is a true, authentic Atlanta girl. So maybe he like, girl, don't claim my city when you out there from Gwinnett, honey. They're body shaming each other. Y'all need to stop the body shaming. Both of y'all thick and chocolate. What's the body shaming? Sean, you started there. You told him to go get his body done. Huh? What? The girls are arguing. The girls are carrying. I have this degree. You have that degree. You got your fashions from Old National. Shout out to Old National, honey. Lundy back screaming. Hoopah holler acting the fool. This is not that. This is not that. This is not that. Yeah. Shout out to Gwinnett though. I had a trick out there when I first moved here back in 2020. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, the tricks in Gwinnett. First of all, why is it such a big deal if somebody got a PPP loan? The government scam us every day, all day. So what? Who cares? Who cares about a PPP loan, honey? At the end of the argument, we have DeAndre storming out, and then Sean's voice can't take the heat. Get out the kitchen. And that is episode 4, guys. We are at the 30-minute and 36-second mark. Moving on with Chasing Dallas season 4, episode 5. It opens back up with DeAndre and Lundy and Robert running over to Dre to calm him down. And I agree with Sean. Like, this boy, his big age done popped off, done did all the drama, done caused all the mess. Why is y'all running behind him to coddle him? That didn't make sense. Really wasn't here for that, but I digress. Astro say he's just going to keep his distance because, child, it was a setup and ain't nobody got time for the girls, coming in, trying to fight and jumping and bringing +2s and 3s, and it's just too much. DeAndre comes back to the group. They play some games. Now, they posted like a little post saying that DeAndre doesn't want to do confessionals. DeAndre, let me give you some advice, man. Who gives a fuck? You came on the show. You did what you did. It is what it is. Ain't no need to try to have remorse now and try to move with classiness now and try to do this and try to do that now. No, own it. It is what it is. You showed out on the show. You spoke on things. You did things. Why quit the show now? Why not do confessionals now? Who cares? You got to stand 10 toes down behind every action that you do when it comes to these shows. And if you can't, then a lot of y'all don't need to come on reality TV because a lot of y'all get mad at production. Oh, they edited me, did. It's a show. Who cares? I ain't never had no reason why I was showed because it was thorough and I said what I said and I meant it at the time. You feel me? You have got to stand 10 toes down with how you act on these shows. It is what it is. So to not show up and not do confessionals is totally disrespectful to your EP, Mark Alicia. It's just tacky. It's not cute. And just as the king, the queen, the prince, and the princess, I'm not here for it, man. So you need to rectify that and you need to go finish up your confessionals. Don't let these bitches paint the narrative for you. Go and finish your confessionals. Big period. Anywho, they play games. And that's the end of that scene, okay? Astro is meeting with his cousin and the event coordinator. He's doing a Dallas takeover event because where he's from, they have a lot of community. So basically, I'm thinking that this event is going to be something all the creatives come together and showcase their talent. Come through, Astro. Come through, Astro. I'm here for that. Community. They tour the space. He likes the space. Moving on. Next, we see Trey Howard. He's home discussing Dadgate. Daddies don't be about shit, I swear. Daddies don't be about shit. In this scene, actually, I was at Oliver's house and we were watching this together, and I was telling Oliver, like, I feel bad for Trey. Like, this is almost surreal. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, Trey, you really touched me in this scene, man. For real. Like the daddy trifling, the daddy tied him through. The last time he saw the daddy asked him where was the tissue at on aisle 12. The daddy talking about I got a new family now. I got my family. And the first time they talk in up 10 years, the daddy asked him if he can do hair. First of all, daddy, not every gay boy does hair. Trey, and on some real shit, it speaks to how you used to be so up under Dior's ass, you know what I'm saying, and looking for that validation. You feel me? It is what it is. If your daddy can't give it to you, I'm sure you've been blessed with other dad figures in your life that could help you move forward. And I love how supportive James was being in this scene. And y'all look good as hell sitting on that couch with y'all shirts off. I said, ooh, do I need to subscribe to the OnlyFans? Apparently somebody was being messy on Trey Facebook because he made a post reading and roasting his daddy, and the daddy called him, I don't care about nobody think about me. I'm me, I'm me, I'm me. And then it was when Trey FaceTimed the daddy. I mean, called the daddy, just like, hey, like, I feel like this is a relationship. Like, what are we doing? The daddy was just so dismissive. And, oh, well, where you want to meet? Okay, well, I'll meet you, man. I'm telling you, man. Like, boy, at the end of the day, I don't have nothing to do with you. And Trey, you are growing. You are thriving. You are thriving, honey. And it's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate situation, you know. But hugs and kisses to Trey Howard in this moment. And I do want to say this. Yes, Trey and James, stomach on flat. I miss I'm small still, but I still miss my little 2-pack I used to have. My God, honey. So yeah, it is what it is. Come through Marty's live. I love Marty's live. Kiki is there to Kiki. She's about to fuck it up down to the dance floor, but before she does that, she talks about her next steps in becoming legendary. We all know that Kiki is chasing legendary status. Kiki, I love the Chinese look in the confessional. Super, 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 super cute. She's talking to some icons. Now, I'm not in that world, so they weren't icons to me. But I'm sure in that world, they are icons. So shout out to the icons she was talking to. They talk about, just where she's going and where she's coming through. And they show the clip of when she was at the Gothic Ball. And Kiki, you ate the Gothic Ball up, bitch. That orange hair, that latex suit. Yeah, you gave me everything I needed down to the Gothic Ball, honey. On me, on me, on me, on me. The icons, they love on her and they give her good advice. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I didn't know that there was an age limit on the Kiki scene and then the mainstream scene. Like, it's all too much. The only thing I know about the ballroom scene is what Pose taught me. It's not something I'm interested in. I would never join the house. I am the house. But shout out to the girls that do that. Like, you could tell they take it seriously. And that's what it was. Now, Kiki, I'm going to shut up now. Because when you perform, you did the death drop and you ate. I'm proud of you. You was rolling around on the ground looking like a fish out of water, but you ate down. So I can shut up now. I ain't got to read you or shade you no more for going down and not executing. Tens across the board, honey. Tens across the board, honey. Okay, so yeah, you ate that. Look at how she ate that. Okay, Keisha. Next we see Dior is walking in a fashion show. He's walking for Kendu. I love Kendu. Kendu is one of the only fashion girls in Dallas who has like deals with Shein and travels out of the country, be clear, on his fashion tip. And I like that. He's very humble, very sweet. He's also over there on what's Woodley Network name? Crew TV. He's on the Crew Dallas. So y'all make sure y'all go check that out and get it to Kendu. Very sweet, genuine fashion girl in Dallas, and I like that. Dior is walking in a fashion show. Dior, you remember when you asked me to walk in my fashion show years ago? They chit chat with his little no, Dior chit chats with his little brother before the show. The little brother fine. The brother's a recording artist. Dior, again, I like this confessional look as well. Really, really here for it. So yeah, Kendu doing his big one. The fashion show was a success. The fashion show gave what needed to be gave. And that's what it was. So shout out to Kendu, honey. Moving on, Oliver Twist is back to mix ish up. Now, I thought y'all was gonna gag me and have maybe Reese G. Shit, I thought it was my pop-up happening. Honestly, but it was Oliver, okay? He's back in Dallas to talk to his friend DeAndre, but it gagged me because Oliver was reading. He was like, I've been watching from afar, and if y'all want this reboot to pop off, y'all got to get it together, baby. I holler. I said, not a reboot. So DeAndre explains to Oliver his side of the situation. Oliver pretty much let him know you're a representation of me. Like, yes, I'm the one who put the bug in production's ear to put you on the show. So don't come on this show acting the ass. Child. I do love again, DeAndre, you're growing on me. You took ownership. They talk about LoungeGate. It's slow motion. Hopefully by the end of February, it will be open. Present day, current day, DeAndre's Lounge is still not open in the DFW area. So don't know what that's about. Yeah. Next, we see Jeff in his glitter suit at the dance studio. He's rapping. Astro is there. Queasy is there. They don't need to be on one wired microphone. They all need their own microphones. I liked how Trey and Dior kept it real and gave them real, authentic advice and wasn't up there pump faking and acting like they fucked with it when they really didn't. The bars are there. The music is there. I just think Queasy needs a stylist. Astro does too. And I feel like Astro could really, he has that. You know what I'm saying? He has the type of look where you can do film or you can do mask, and it'll still look good. I just think the Astro needs to get him a nice stylist. And then need a choreographer, to bring it all in. Queasy, you're no longer in East Texas, okay? Let's stop with the printed tees. Pira. Somebody called them the Cheetah Girls, baby. I hollered. Next we see Queasy at rehearsal with Lyndon. Shout out to Lyndon. We all know Lyndon is real cool with Carrie D. I think they had a group or they had an album that they put out together or something, child. I still got beef with Lyndon and Carrie. Happy birthday, D. Yeah, I came to y'all video shoot and I wasn't in the music video, but all the other girls were in the music video. What was that about? Next, we have Oliver hosting an event. This was so boring to me. I'm sorry, y'all. I was watching, but I zoned out because y'all weren't talking about what I needed y'all to talk about. They're having a meeting of the minds. Lon D is there. The girls are chit-chatting. Trey is over it. Trey said, I want to go. I'm dealing with my daddy. My daddy tied him through. I don't know if I want to be in Dallas or LA. I don't want to be here. Shut up, Sean. This was just all over the place. Robert said Trey was fake at the event. I'm weak. Yeah. Robert opens up about having a daughter. And the daughter's 18. And how he found out that he's not the baby daddy, but he's still been paying child support on me. I'm gonna be paying child support for no child that ain't mine. Like, I fuss with you, I love you, I'm gonna be there for you if and when I can, but I can't afford to pay child support every month. Now, granted, that's some real nigga shit to still step up and be a father figure and be there for this child. And be there for this child, but I don't know if I could pay child support for a child that ain't mine. Okay, but that's what's up. He opens up that he was hurt to find out about the fact that the baby wasn't his. You know what I'm saying? God is good, and we have to have that relationship with Him. Lundy opened up about his daddy. His daddy was the pastor who didn't raise him. Don't trust no nigga. Don't trust no Christian. On me. Dior hugs and loves on Trey because Trey breaks down about his dad. And the girls are just relating. So it was a nice, sweet moment. But I wanted to know why DeAndre and Dior didn't talk about Fangate. One that comment, the one that started the whole thing. Nobody talked about that. DeAndre speaks. Queasy don't have time if it ain't about the music. Astro and DeAndre speak to each other. Sean got the grass pants. I love those pants. Astro and DeAndre versus DeAndre, they kind of go, a little back and forth about how they don't really fuck with each other, don't really see it for each other. Yada. Lundy, the reason why Astro can't get over is because they started it. Okay, catch it. Teddy Lee speaks again. This is just too much. They talk about gun gate when DeAndre when Teddy Lee was like, "Oh, I don't fight, I sue," and he's like, "Oh, I don't fight, I shoot." You know, it's just a lot going on. It's too much. And I'm over it. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Beautiful moment. Positive moment. But I just feel like there was so much more to dive deeper in amongst the collective of the group. And I feel like, shit, why Tony didn't come? Tony could have fit right in and did his big one and gave his opinion, Anyway, guys, that's my review over Chasing Dallas, Season 4, Episodes 4 and 5. Please make sure you are liking this video, sharing this video, leaving a comment. If you are not subscribed to my channel, you need to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, so that you get all the notifications when I come on here to Kiki with my girls, honey. Y'all have a good day. I do want to leave y'all with this. Make sure you follow me on my social media in the description of this video. And at the end of the day, just love yourself, because no cap, all you got is yourself. For real. That's all you'll ever have. All right, guys.